everybody to think in your heads for a little bit. Think of a picture in your head of the most favorite thing you get to do. So think about it in your head. Maybe it's playing baseball. If it's playing baseball, picture yourself on a baseball field playing your favorite position, or maybe hitting a home run. So picture your favorite thing to do. Maybe it's swimming. Maybe it's at the beach playing in the sand, building a sandcastle. So picture your most favorite thing in your mind that you like to do. Just picture it. Everybody have a picture in your mind?
Yeah.
Okay, turn and face your partners. Now, hold on. We're not going to share just yet. Hold on. Everybody turn and face your partners. A's are going to tell the story that they have in their mind. B's are going to still listen for right now. You will have a chance. But right now, A's, just tell the story that you pictured in your mind. Tell B's your story.
It's
Go.
just slap. Just bring
All right, eyes up here. Who shared and wants to act out their picture? Not slacking.
No slacking.
Oh, okay. That sounds like what? Okay, Sebastian, come act out the picture you got in your mind.
Wait, where?
Right in the front.
Yep.
Okay, class, what is he doing?
Slacking around.
He's just slacking around, being lazy. Okay, you may go sit back down. Okay, one more. Jimmy, come act yours out. Okay, class, what is Jimmy doing? So what would be his favorite, what do you think his favorite thing to do is? Sleep. Good job. You can go sit back down.
Wake up. Wake up, Jimmy, wake up.
Okay, so all week we are going to be creating these stories and then learning how to draw conclusions about our stories. So when we draw conclusions, we are using our past knowledge, so what we already know, and looking at the pictures or reading the stories to decide what we think is going to happen in the story. Right? So, our objective for the week, we are going to be drawing conclusions about a story. Okay, so everybody turn and face your partner. Everybody tell your partner, this week I'm going to learn how to draw conclusions about a story. Okay, Ricardo, tell the class what you're going to be learning this week. Okay, Bree, what did he say? All right. We're going to start our lesson today with some phonemic awareness. When we're done with some phonemic awareness, we're going to work on new vocabulary. Then we're going to go back to our seats, read the story, listen to it, and learn comprehension and how to draw conclusions. And we're going to wrap it all back up and go to lunch. Woohoo! Okay, so let's start with some phonemic awareness. This week, in phonics, we are learning the air sound. So words like care, fair, dare. So let's practice. Okay, listen as I say the sound. To the beginning of the word air. So, air. The word is fair. Okay, now listen as I say, as I add the sound to the word care and make it scare. Okay, so now you're going to do some. So, I am going to say the first sound and the end of the word, and then you are going to put the word together just like I just did. So, first word, care. What's the word?
Scare.
Okay. Arc. What's the word?
Park.
Okay, not everybody's participating. We're going to start over. Okay, next word. Air.
Hair.
Okay. Pear.
Fair.
Arc.
Bark.
Then last word. Air.
Chair.
All right, good job. Okay, now we can take those whiteboards and our markers. We'll get to have a little fun. Okay. You may go back to your seat and use your whiteboard at your seat. Okay. I'm going to say an initial sound in a word, just like we just did. I want you to write it this time. Okay? Okay, we're going to play Showdown. Remember how to play it? We got to keep it really tight because we're close together, so keep it really tight outside our chest so nobody can see what we write. First word. And when you're done, just keep it at your chest, thumbs up. And when I yell Showdown, then you can show it. Okay, first word. Care. Okay, Showdown. Okay, if your board does not look like that, change it. Okay, erase your board. Okay, last one. Okay, air. Write the word. Test your board. Okay, Showdown. Hey, if your board does not look like that, change it, fix it. Right, we're done with our whiteboard. So everybody put your whiteboards back in front of you so you're not tempted to play with them and waste all our ink. Put our markers underneath them so we don't play. Okay, we're going to move on to the vocabulary section. So we just phonemic awareness, now we're doing vocabulary. Our first word that we are learning for this week is the big word of occasions. Okay, occasions are important or special events. When it's your birthday, you all have a special occasion, which is a birthday party. What is a movement for occasions? Occasions, it's an important event. Be like surprise! Like surprise!
Like this, like this.
Alright, our next word. Familiar. Class, what's the word?
Familiar.
What's familiar? It's known because you have seen it before. It's familiar. What's a movement for familiar? Yeah. Sebastian and Ralph are pointing to each other because they know each other. They're familiar. It's a familiar face or a familiar person. So just point to your partner because we know our partners. Imagination. Wow, that was a big one. Okay. Now that we know, we have learned the definitions of vocabulary words, let's make big third grade sentences. Okay, so let's start with the first word, occasion. For special occasions,
really important.
Ace, share.
My sister go. My sister's about to have that's
An example of a sentence using the word memories. I have really cool memories from when I was in college.
What, in college?
I was in college and I have really cool memories from when I was in college.
Did you have friends?
Okay, turn and face your partner.
I had a memory.
Turn and face your partner. Okay,
Okay,
these, share your sentence. Valentine, share your sentence. All right, eyes up here. Okay, Nathan, what's your sentence? Of? Make it longer, make a big, huge third grade sentence. Okay, put that in one complete sentence. Okay, good sentence. It's a huge, long third grade sentence. What's one more?
My uncles have really cool memories about me when I was a little.
That was a great sentence. One, repeat his sentence because I think it was such a good third grade sentence. Sebastian, tell this side of the room again your sentence so they can hear.
My uncles have really cool memories about me when I was a little baby.
Okay, Juan, repeat his sentence.
He said my uncles have a lot of cool memories about me when I was a baby.
Good sentence. Valentine, repeat his sentence.
He said I have really cool memories of my uncle when I was a baby.
That's close enough. We'll give it to you. That's close enough. All right, next word. There's the word glamorous. We are going to move on, listen to our story, and learn our new skill of drawing conclusions. So far we've done phonemic awareness. We just did vocabulary. So now it's time for comprehension. So when I call your table, take your whiteboard and your marker, go back to your desks. Put your whiteboard away and take out your treasures desk or your treasures books and turn to page 344. Okay, red table, you may go. We are going to listen to the story aloud just for fun, because reading's fun. It's fun to listen to stories. So we're just going to listen to the story for fun this first time. When we're done listening to the story, then we are going to read it as a class and work on our graphic organizer that you see up here. So, everyone point to the title, Stirring Up Memories, so I know you are ready to listen to the story.
I had a lot of great friends growing up. Here I am with my favorite dad. My third grade class was very big. I'm sitting in the middle and wearing a plaid dress. Growing up. I grew up in the San Joaquin Valley in Bakersfield, California. This area is known for its hot, dry summers. It is often more than 100.
So this story is an autobiography. How can we tell that it is an autobiography? Pardon?
Because there's pictures.
Of what? Are those actual pictures of somebody's life?
Yes.
Okay, so an autobiography is a story of someone's life. So it's a retelling of a story of someone's life.
Library was air conditioned. Caption: My friends and I liked to eat ice pops during the hot summers in California. At my house, I was the oldest of 3 sisters. Next door to us, there lived another 3 girls. They were all younger than me, too. Whenever we played together,
Why do you think Pam Munoz Ryan says that most writers look inside themselves for story ideas? And why do you think she tells us this? Okay, so right now we're going to draw conclusions. Right? So we're thinking, why do you think that Pam Munoz Ryan says that most writers look inside themselves for ideas? Where do writers get their ideas?
Writers get their ideas from their imagination.
Good answers. What did he just say, Sebastian? So say it really loud.
They get
Writers get their ideas.
writers get their ideas from their imagination.
Writers get their ideas from the imagination.
Okay, where do they get? What did they just say?
So writers get their ideas from the imagination.
So writers get their ideas from their own imagination. Okay, she tells us this because that writers' lives are glamorous, but hers is not. Why do you think she tells us this? We are going to reread this story and review information to add to our conclusion chart that is up here. Okay, so turn back to page 348. Okay, so on page 348, it talks about the games that Pam Munoz Ryan played when she was a little girl. So, what conclusions can you draw about Pam Munoz Ryan after reading about the games she played with her cousin? So everyone read page 348. Read that first paragraph to yourself. Okay, so let's see. I know that Pam Munoz Ryan played games with her cousins, and they pretended to be different people. Okay, so is that a fact? Does it tell us that in the story?
Yes.
Yes. So we'll write that under the fact section.
Yes.
What is another fact that we could put in our conclusions chart? What else did they do? Pardon? They used their imagination to play games, and what would they do? What would they pretend?
That the house is either a circus or a school or a jungle.
So they would pretend their house was a circus, school, or jungle, and they were they different people?
Yes.
Okay. So she did all this. So what can we conclude? How can we draw conclusions about Pam Munoz Ryan and what type of person she is? Ricardo already said it. So what did he say? What conclusions can we draw about, since we know these facts about her? She pretended to be somebody else, and that her house was a school or circus. So what do you think? If I'm up here and I'm acting like I'm in a circus and that I'm a clown, and I'm acting it out based off all this stuff in my head, what do you think I have? What's our vocabulary word?
Imagination.
So you think I have a big imagination, a good imagination, or do you think I'm just kind of like,
Just a little bit.
so you think I have a good imagination? So do you think Pam Munoz Ryan has a good imagination?
Definitely.
Stand up if you think she does. If by these facts that we know. Do you think she's creative?
Yes.
Sit back down if you think she's creative. Do you think that helps her to be a good writer?
Yeah.
Why? Just
Yeah, because if you didn't know, if you didn't have an imagination, like it would be harder to write books.
would our stories be pretty boring?
Yeah. You feel all like, I need a sandwich to be.
Did y'all like Mice and Beans?
Of course.
Wasn't that a good story?
Yeah.
So she wrote Mice and Beans.
With her imagination.
With her imagination. There is more in this story that we can use our conclusion chart to fill in. So, you are going to get your own chart. And as a table, you are going to fill in the rest of this. Okay? I will walk around and help. Okay, so we did phonemic awareness. Then we learned some big new vocabulary words. Then we started to learn how to draw conclusions about different facts that we already know in a story. Okay, so now, I want you to turn and tell your partner, what did you learn today? Okay, eyes up here. High five. High five. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so what did this table learn today?
We learned today about drawing conclusions about the story.
Okay, so when we draw conclusions, it helps us learn more about the story that we're going to read. It helps paint a picture in our mind and helps us learn more about a particular subject in that story. All right,